9, 8.
You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hey, welcome everybody. We're 4 days away from Christmas. I hope you guys have got all your Christmas shopping. And we are live. All right. Hang on a second. Okay, got it.
What happened?
Somehow I had it up on another site that I was when I was checking it out. But anyway, we've got a special night tonight. We're doing an art jam, and we've brought in some special artists to join us in the celebration for Christmas. We have Dan Barlow, we have Bill McKay, Justin Hunt, Jen Leonard, and Bill Mouse, and we'll be talking to them later today. And of course, they'll be drawing it up, and you'll get a chance to bid on their artwork as we talk about Christmas and what we plan to do for this holiday season. So don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see everybody here tonight. Thanks for joining us again. You're watching SketchUp on The Experience. Don't forget, hit that follow button and help us to continue the wonderful content that we bring you every week and almost 24 hours a day. All right, so we're getting up there. And once we hit these special numbers, like what we did this year, when we hit 1,500, we gave away 15 9.5 slabs. And we'd like to do something special again for helping us out. Anyway, so who do we have here today? We've got the pinball wizard himself, Dan Barlow. He'll be drawing up the Devil's contract for us. We have Bill Mouse is in the house. And we got Bill McKay too. And we've got Justin Hunt, fresh from off his Kickstarter that ended wonderfully. And of course, the glorious, beautiful Jen Leonard, who does those extraordinary covers. I'm your host, Mel, and with my wonderful assistant, artist extraordinaire, Mon Park. But I had a script all like written out and everything, and for some reason, I can't find it.
It's okay.
So I'm kind of like winging it. But anyway, we've got. These guys are going to be drawing up, so we'll be checking with everybody now to see what they got going on. Jen, let's start with you.
Gonna put me on the spot first?
Yeah, just a little bit, because you've got a lot to show already.
Yeah, I already see a lot, man.
I am doing a sketch based off of a Zenoscope piece that's available on their Kickstarter right now. It's the Pink Nightmare I did for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that or not.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I'm just doing something, playing around with that.
And the starting bid on that is 50, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Dan Barlow, what do you got going on?
Well, I changed up a little bit. I was going to do some Devil's Contract, which I still might have time for.
Okay.
I got started on a Daredevil. I was thinking red, Christmas time.
Okay. That's cool. And is your starting bid still the same? Was it
Yeah, just 20 right now.
20 start. Okay. And then Bill McKay, you're still sticking with yours?
I'm working on a sketch card.
On a sketch card of
It has a ways to go.
Okay, there you go. I don't
know.
know.
It'll be super clean when it's done. I am really slow, so I know I can complete a good, nice sketch card in the time allotted.
That seems to be everybody's thing there, that they draw slowly, and that's why they all got started early. Even Mog got started early on hers, right? So Bill Mouse, what have you got going on there?
Yeah, I got buttons. Look, I can hit the button. I can actually turn my microphone on. I've got this blank sheet of paper, but it's part of a little set because
Yeah.
Christmas time. We came out with a Nira X Christmas special a while back,
Mhm.
and I've got this Nira X. This is like the little intercompany little Christmas card
Oh, cool.
that I'm including with the sketches one thing, and
Okay,
then
he's throwing a bundle.
throwing a little bit of a bundle. So the original art for the
Oh
Christmas
man,
card
check that out.
is what I'm including with the sketch. So the sketch I'm working on will be like a cool little sketch of Nira, kind of Christmassy and
Wow.
stuff, and it'll go along with this little set.
Man.
So that way I've got something that looks like it's finished, but I'm also drawing something fresh on the spot. So that way I'm actually sketching.
Hey JD, is there a problem if I enter the drawing? All right, and Justin, what do you got going on?
I see no problems.
So we have a new story that's coming out sometime in 2024. It's called Ruby's Raiders, and one of the characters. I mean, it's probably hard to see it right now. It's going to be, it's probably hard to see it until I get more pencil lines on there. But it's a giant anamorphic feline that is, and he's a main character. His name's Lancer, and he's part of Ruby. Ruby's the ship, so it's Ruby's Raiders, and he's kind of their giant like man-at-arms. So if you ever follow Star Trek, he's like the Worf of the group. So this is character design. I have it in my head, and now we got to put it on paper. So this one will be auctioned off again. We'll go with we'll start at 25. They'll get
25.
this, whatever this sketch ends up being. If I don't finish it tonight, I'll finish it, and then we'll get it off to them. So.
Oh, okay. So we've got, man, this is going to be a nice Christmas present for people watching tonight. If you're in the house here, and we've got quite a few people here. Kenneth Bird is in the house. Bill Mouse also checked in. Good to see Stevie B in there. Steph Wilson, nice to see you there, buddy. Who else have we got here? Tony Anderson is in the house as well. Okay, so if you guys haven't already, also put in #EXP SketchUp, and that'll get you qualified for the 9 giveaways that we have going on outside of the auctions that we've got started. And I pulled these items out of my my secret stash. Right, so this is stuff. A lot of it is like over 20 years old, so you haven't seen this stuff in a long time. Except for there, I did pull out one book, which was A Penny for Your Soul, #7 that Mog did the cover for. It was one of the early covers that she had done when she crossed over in the comics for BDI Comics. And so I'll be giving one of those away. I happened to find one of those as an extra one, so that was kind of cool. I said, let's throw this in. Hello, Carlos Navarro from Comics Unlimited. Nice to see you. Jessica Lowry, good to see you too. Okay. And so what's everybody got going for Christmas here? You guys got anything special going on? First, old guys, we're just happy to just like settle and enjoy the quiet time. I don't have too much going on except for cooking and having people dropping by and visiting and all that. What do you guys got going on?
I've got a lot of nothing. I'm taking a break from Earth. Earth is closed today, Squidward.
What about
the kids are going to see Godzilla -1?
Oh yeah.
I don't have to go by myself.
Have you guys been watching Monarch?
No.
I started watching it. I'm just up to like episode 3. It's kind of like interesting, but they're not really. They've shown like a few of the monsters, but not too much. So I'm still waiting to see what they do with this. But I've heard a lot of good things about Godzilla -1.
Yeah, I've heard some really good things about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Amy and I went and saw that one last night.
Oh.
And, if you're a fan of the original TV serials from when we were, I say we're all younger because we'll just guess ages, but when we were all younger, you'll love it. And I thought it was a fun ride.
Okay.
but it's got nothing to do with the Monarch or the Legendary series.
Right. Yeah. And the cool thing is, I just read a post that they announced that they're going to do a black and white version for Japan only of the Godzilla -1.
Oh, nice.
To kind of
Interesting.
put it back in that retrospect that they used to do.
Yeah, put it back in that wheelhouse again. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's pretty dope. I think that Blue Eye Samurai ended up being my holiday holiday watch, because I ended up watching that season 1 of that ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
Are they up to? Is it only one season, or did they have 2
Right.
seasons?
Yeah, it's only one season. Yeah.
It got renewed. It's so good. It's definitely one of the best things on Netflix.
Yeah, it surprised me. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know it was coming. It was just my daughter told me to watch it. She was like, "Oh, this is dope. You got to check it out."
Yeah.
And it's like, and she was right. She's usually right about things. So.
Mog, is that the one that we started watching?
Yeah, remember I was telling you from the beginning that's a girl and nobody believed me. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Like I knew she was a girl from like the get-go.
You knew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the way she carried herself and the way she was talking. And I like that they left those clues in there.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I had a hard time because the way how they draw, or they do a lot of guys in the anime, they have those feminine touches and qualities. So
They do, yeah.
It wasn't like clear to me that was a girl. I thought it was a guy.
Oh, I could see it being turned on its head like the other way, just to throw you off, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go back and check that out. But there's what else have I been watching? Okay, it's hard to remember off the top.
While
of my
Mel
head.
is thinking about that, what made you like? What part did you like about it? The Blue Eye Samurai.
I like a lot of the scenery. The back, some of the landscapes, just beautiful. It looked like paintings in a way.
Yeah.
The style, yeah.
She was a real strong female character without, her story. It's pretty rough, and I think they did good as far as the voice actor. Very casted very well. The music's fantastic. It's definitely one of them shows you want to watch a second time to take it all.
I agree with that. Yep.
So the action, man. I mean, some of the stuff they do action-wise, it's crazy.
Okay, definitely gotta go back to that and watch that.
Yeah, she's a
That'll
cool
be great
character.
to watch during Christmas.
I watched this. I've been watching old shows, very, very old, like early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's real old.
I watched something called Cracker. Do you know that? It's the guy who
sounds vaguely racist.
Is that what it is? I don't know what that
No,
means.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's an English show, so cracker to them
was
has
like
a totally different meaning.
Yeah, it's a British show, and the actor is the guy who plays Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, I don't think I've
First
seen it.
episode. It's actually free on YouTube, and the dialogue there and the opening is so good. It's just shocking how well written it was. Yeah, it's like about a forensic. What is that? Not forensic criminologist, psychology, and he's like acting as a consultant. But can you imagine this? A fat, ugly, mid-40s, gambling addiction, nasty temper. You think, okay, this guy can't be likable, right? He's so charismatic, man. So that surprised me. That's what good writing does, I think. If the writing is so good, a very unattractive, normally unattractive guy can become extremely attractive. So, yeah.
That's what I've been betting on my whole life. Thanks.
Huh?
Oh man.
That's when you call the wife into the living room. Hey, honey, you got to watch this show with me.
Yeah.
You could have had that guy.
But it's amazing now how much women like the dad bod. You hear that
No,
out there more often than
it's not his body.
more often than before. I'm
No,
actually
it's that-
surprised when I heard it. So now I go out there and I'm proud to show my dad bod.
Hey, man.
Come get some.
I need more dad heroes.
The candy store open, ladies. Man.
Do you guys still do a lot of Christmas shopping? Do you guys go out there for that?
If it was that kind of year, I think me and the rest of the family just kind of like, you know what, we're just taking a break. Like I didn't really even decorate as much of the house, and we're just taking it easy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hear you on that because that's very similar to us. We did less decorating this year. Part of it is because we're like normally for December, we don't. I plan it so that way we don't do too much work, but that wasn't the case this year. Yes, things just came on and on and on, and it kept us busy. And even doing like 2 cons for the month. So I'm kind of glad that the LA Comic Con is gonna pull out of December and not do it in December anymore. And that way it can kind of ease off the holiday season for us, and we can kind of like take the time and just do, more of like fun stuff. But this month it's just like a lot of it is all work. Didn't put up that much decorations, and
How was
I'm
LA
trying to get ready for a big one now.
How was the show?
Yeah.
Which one?
LA.
LA has always been. The first time we did it, it sucked so bad. I told them we're not going to do this again. Then they offered us a guest spot, and from that moment on, it's been like really good for us. So I can't complain. But that's not true for everyone. But somehow we've gotten like a niche where we've gotten these select people, and they come by and they throw down work for Mog to do. So it's been working out pretty well. We'll see how long that lasts. But
I've done it a couple times, and it was pretty good the first time and very bad the second time. I remember walking through Artist Alley, and all the artists were just hanging around talking in the aisles. It was just, there was nothing going on. But that was about at least 3-4 years ago. That was right when they changed it from Kamikaze to.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes it kind of sucks when they do a transition because then it's. You don't know what's going to go on or how well they're going to do, and people get kind of confused too. Yeah. So the first time we did it was before COVID, right? And that's when it was bad. So the next time we did it was that was after COVID, right? So I'm not sure if that was the difference. And also the first time when we did it, it was in October. It wasn't in December. So we'll see if next year, being in October, if that's going to make a difference. Maybe it'll be going back to not as good of a show for us then.
I think Tony Anderson said, wonder if it has anything to do with the British slang crackerhead. No, I think the reason why they said that was because this guy could, in my opinion, he could crack you like a walnut. He'll just take one look at you and then he's already inside your head. And yeah, he's just reading you like a book. So his method is usually inadvertently people will end up just confessing, stuff like that. And then the strange thing is you end up sympathizing, and you actually understand step by step why such a person could commit a crime. And even if it's a serial killer, you get to understand why. So that was really well done in that aspect.
That sounds interesting. They actually pick it apart and help you understand it. And see it from a couple different sides. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's almost got a Criminal Minds kind of feel going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very brutally objective. There's a scene where he takes this young girl with him. It's a police officer, and his marriage is on the rocks, and so they're having dinner, and he's maybe contemplating to maybe cheat on his wife, and the wife goes up to him and then pours this glass of water over him, and he says something after that like, if you can be objective about anything, you find everything humorous in some way. Because the girl that he was with him was asking, how can you be just so, blasé about this? So that's what it is. He's like extreme objective kind of guy. With a very nasty habit.
Stephen Detta writes, so Cracker doesn't have a pale complexion? And
I don't know. His complexion is so bad. Like it's pockmarked, and I don't know. He's not a handsome guy. Okay.
And Tony Anderson writes, so he just makes you crack.
He's got a sidekick, cheese.
I have to say the title is pretty crappy. But you have to know this was like 1990. Was it 1993? Yeah, 1993 to 1996, 3 seasons, and it was extremely successful. They won a lot of awards, but the actor and the writer, they became close, and they said that after 3 seasons, any TV series is pretty crappy, so they refused it and they just stopped. That's the only reason why we don't see like a lot of series of it. So I thought that was interesting. But I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, don't you guys have something that you've seen like TV series wise where it was still good, even like season 10, stuff like that?
It's kind of a case by case basis, right?
Yeah.
Some shows are like, they're fantastic for like 3 or 4 seasons. But then if you go too far, it's like you see the same formula or the same cliches too many times, and then you might get tired of it. If it depends on the writer's room. I mean, it's like any writer can make different decisions and make things interesting and turn it. But it's very difficult, I think, for any writer to give an audience what they don't know they want yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's you're pulling a rabbit out of your hat, and sometimes it's like, oh, this is a cool idea, and everybody disagrees with you. It just wasn't, you just weren't on the same page, or sometimes you hit it, home run. You never know.
Yeah, true.
But that's got to be a very difficult, especially with some kind of show that has a huge budget and people depending on you for their jobs. It's like, this show's got to be good. It's like, you better write it. And that's got to be a lot of pressure to do something like that. So I don't envy somebody in that position.
Oh yeah. That is it's tough. Even for anybody that's writing anything, actually, not just a TV show. But I used to admire the guys that did the comic strips, because they got to write that stuff, have that material ready every week, And I've known some where they're doing it on a weekly basis, and sometimes they kind of like stumble in, but they pull something out of the hat. And you have these veterans out there who's been doing it for so long, and they tell you, oh yeah, I have it like I've got like 30 weeks of material ready to go. They can kick it out pretty fast out there, and their stuff is fresh.
You got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it timely. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of effort.
So it kind of makes you appreciate some of the Sunday comic strip cartoonists, back in the day that did like Prince Valiant.
Oh God. Yeah. How do you kick out that kind of art on a weekly basis?
But you want to pay rent. You want food.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one. And wasn't he married? The guy? He was married too, right? Yeah. How do you keep a marriage and do that? Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that he's doing it from home, so he's not going out, having a good time every night. Hopefully not.
How did people do monthly comics back in the day?
Oh yeah,
I did a comic. It was 24 pages. It took me a year.
Oh gosh.
So I couldn't imagine somebody doing 24 or 30 pages a month, month after month.
Right?
We were publishing with Parody Press when Don Chin and I first started publishing Parody Press back in the 90s. I think I was working on 3 or maybe 4 books a month of material. Yeah, but I was 20. I was 22. You know, I had energy and admittedly, like the better I got as an artist, the slower my production became.
Oh my God.
You know, I look at my stuff from back then. It's just like, wow, I really do look hungry because I think people were paying me to just practice and get better because I was drawing some stuff like awfully fast. And it looks fast. I was lucky that people liked it at all, you know, so I was fortunate, but it's not like I was turning out masterpieces. You know, I wasn't the Flash. I wasn't turning out stuff like.
Wait, so
the
does
process
it mean
too was really different back then, you know, because we didn't have, we weren't doing anything digitally. Everything was like, you know, you had to mail it to so many different people before.
I had to fax pages to people for approval.
Yeah. Those are the days.
Sending stone tablets.
So would you say because you say it takes longer now than before?
Because I'm actually
your style changed. Like it's different.
The style changed, but I'm also I'm really trying to give. There's a different level of professionalism or whatever. I'm trying to give people my all, as opposed to I can draw like 5 pages a minute. You know, it's like I'm not trying to. You know, like it's like somebody who's bragging if they're working on a sketch card set or something like that. Because I worked on a few different sketch card sets for different companies, and because they're smaller, I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. You know, I can draw them like a little bit faster, and I couldn't touch some of these other guys because they were drawing. Oh, I can get 100 cards done in a week, or whatever. I was just like, well, what do they look like though? It's like, is it somebody people want to buy? Is it something that people so it's my speed decreased by default because I'm putting a lot more work into the art.
Hey Bill, are you still working on sketch cards?
I'm not working actually. I take that back. I'm actually working on a Looney Tunes sketch card set. I actually stopped for a long time. I think I stopped for about a year, a little bit over a year.
Is Steve Frank still in business?
Yeah, Steve Frank is still in business. As far as I know, there's still some Kickstarter things that are still being fulfilled. I get messages from people asking me questions, and I really don't know the answer because they're, I'm not part of his, part of those Kickstarters that he was working on.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, he's still in business and he's still doing things, just trying to get caught up.
I liked working on sketch cards. I just never could find an audience. The last set I worked on was Adventure Time, and that was probably the only profitable one I worked on after drawing hundreds of cards or Superman did well. But all the random ones, they were fun, but man, for all the work, it just wasn't like I never really found an audience that made it worthwhile.
So when
it's one of those. Yeah, I turned it into like one of my options, like one of my commission options, as opposed to trying to make something out of the actual sets. Like the sets gave me street cred, I guess, because I worked on Marvel stuff and I worked on DC stuff. But then I have my own house cards that I print up myself, and then I do commissions on cards for a couple different rates or whatever. That's what's actually making me money as opposed to the sets themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now that I have my own book, I have my own cards, and
see, perfect.
Those are profitable, nice. But
yeah, we see a lot of people at the cons that do well with those sketch cards.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy sell at a show because if they can't afford a $300 piece or a $400 piece that's 11 by 17 or like a 9 by 12, something like that. I've got sketch cards on my table that are $50 or
it's
$40.
The same thing as I don't offer full commissions at shows. I'm just too slow and I talk too much and I can't get them done. But a sketch card, it's affordable. I can get it done.
Yeah. No, I can understand that conundrum for sure. Yeah, because like it's not every show that I'm able to really like draw like on the spot. But if you take a lot of time in the studio before the show and take a lot of hand drawn stuff with you, just as stock, then that gives you like an option, so that way at least you have some original stuff that can buy off your table.
Right.
But working with Steve Frank, though, I will say this: if it wasn't for Steve, I probably wouldn't. I don't know that I'd be working in comics. So when I worked for Steve, I worked on his books and on his cards, and everybody I know that led to something else that I met was affiliated in some way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, if it wasn't for Steve, there's a lot of connections I wouldn't have even had. And
there are a lot of people that are like, don't work for free, and I definitely got taken advantage of, and I worked for free, but I got something out of it. So I did work for free, but I did used it to my benefit. So I definitely benefited from working with Steve.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Sometimes
he's a great guy. He's a super nice guy. I really like him a lot.
Yeah, I know. Like in the beginning too, especially like in the 80s and 90s, a lot of people were doing free art just to try and get somewhere. If anything, at least they have the credit that they can list. As for work that they've done. So yeah, but now I don't see a lot of artists doing that to try and break in. They want to get. They do want to get something out of it.
Well, there's been a seismic change with how people even break into.
Yes.
Right now it's like me going to. If I was in my 20s, instead of showing my portfolio at shows and trying to get in with companies that I knew that I would like to work for and things like that, I might start a webtoon. I might start something online and then build up an audience with a webtoon and then and actually have no paywall. I'd actually have to be doing it for free for a while just to build up an audience. And then I can release a book of my own a year later. And hopefully those fans that were reading my webtoon the whole time would possibly buy the book.
Right.
And that's how you build up a fan base. There's so many different ways of.
Right. Yeah. Like that way. Another Patreon was a good option that a lot of people were using too, and still do. I still know some people that are going that way. Anyway, it's about 7:35. We gotta take a short break, and so we'll go ahead and do that. And so don't go away. Come right back. Grab a dessert, and let's see what we got. Right?
Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
There's a comic book universe on the streets of Cleveland. Hero Tomorrow Comics is debuting
Violante, the Undead.
Get the new issue or the entire acclaimed library live on Kickstarter.
I'm coming for you, Cleveland.
Details at clevelandsuperhero.com.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience. There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Hey, we're back. Yeah, have you hit that follow button? Please do that now. And don't forget to enter Consign EXP SketchUp for your chance to win one of 9 giveaways tonight. That's coming up later this evening. So let's check in with our artists and see what they got going or how much of the artwork they've got done. Let's go with the grind pop himself, Mr. Bill McKay.
What up? Where am I? It's got
Okay.
a bit of a ways to go. It's like an uncolored animation cell. It needs textures and tones.
Okay, so
Looking
he's going
sweet,
to put
dude.
that in, and we are looking for an opening bid on that for $40.
Also, if somebody gets the card, can I give them a set of my comics?
Ouch!
Wow.
This is
Look
the
at that.
That's beautiful.
That's a good deal.
Not
That's a
as
very good
clean
deal.
version, and that's the clean version. But it's a set, and if you get the card, I will send you these books also.
Oh man!
I
These guys are
wrote
scoring
through
tonight.
this entire thing, and it's colored by Sanju, and it is grindhouse and fun and over the top, and it's yours if you get the card.
Yeah, Sanju does some amazing work. Okay.
I've
And,
been working with Sanju since 2010.
Yeah, I know you guys are like good buddies, and he comes over, he hangs out with you quite a bit there.
He's been to my house. We did New York and Baltimore together before COVID.
Yeah,
It would be awesome to have him come back.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check in with Bill McKay. I mean, Bill Mouse.
The other Bill.
Oh, the other Bill. Bill Mouse.
You think?
I know. Next time, I got to make a note to myself. Do not book artists with the same names.
Sorry if we make a mistake.
Bill, and you can call me Mouse, I guess.
Mouse is in the house. Here we go.
Mouse, there you go. Mouse is in the house.
Right, and you've got a special package going out to today.
Look at this. I bought a brand new stamp for this year. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm actually more excited about the stamp than I really should be.
The stamp is cool.
But yeah, the little original, authentic. There you go. And it's the first ones that say 2024 on them too. So that makes you a time traveler. But I've got I've got this piece of art that I've been working on here, a little sketch, and I've got a Nira Christmas card, and the original art that goes with that Christmas card.
Yeah.
The original 17 art, and then also we had a Nira X Christmas special that we did a little while back, and this was actually the first. That was the first model that I hired to actually dress up as Nira. I thought that was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then so that way got a full issue of goodies and pinups and a little short story and stuff. So I'll include all of this along with the sketch.
Wow, look at that. And he's looking for an opening bid of only $20, guys. Jump on this.
I think we already have a bid for Jim's.
We got a bid for Bill McKay at 40. Thank you very much for that, Lowry.
Cool.
There you go.
For Jin, so far, Mike has the highest. Mike Wazowski has the highest. For 60 for Jin and 20 for Bill Mouse. And did I miss something? Wasn't there a 40 for Bill McKay? There you go.
Okay, trying to get this into my system here too. And Mike.
You know, I was cutting toenails today, right? Have you guys noticed the older you get, your toenails get thicker, or is it just me? I'm being serious here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's everybody, but since we're talking toenails,
God.
my toenails are thicker.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
But it's because of all that mountain climbing and exercise I do.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't exercise at all. I eat a lot of pizza though, so I'll blame the pizza.
Yeah. We had pizza yesterday. It was good.
I can't have enough pizza. So
I mean, we got the turtle in the house.
Oh my God, Mike said it's just me. Wow, thanks, dude. I feel really good now. Because I was thinking about like Shrek, you know, in his toenails. Do you remember? In the animation Shrek, just cutting toenails. No, was he cutting toenails? It was something else, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I still have to check in with the other artists here. Okay. So, Jen, how's yours looking there?
I'm adding the details.
Adding the
Oh my
details.
gosh.
Okay.
That looks sweet.
Wow.
That is, what is that? That's like print ready.
Yeah, and that's why Mike, who's a big fan of Jen, put in a bid for 60. Right, he knows where that's going to go. So if you want to bring that home, we're looking for a bid of 65 or better on that. Okay. All right, Dan. Let's see what you got going there.
Went ahead and finished up the Daredevil.
Daredevil is done.
What?
That's ready to go. And
That's
Dan is
classic.
only asking for a bid to start this off at $20. All right. So if you want that piece, that's a nice piece for an easy 20. I'd say
So
that.
if they're interested in that, then I'm gonna do some Devil's Contract.
There you go.
You know what? Bill had a great idea. Let's throw a copy of the book in there as well.
Ouch. There you go. Okay.
Thank you. That's amazing.
And that brings us to Justin Hunt, who also has a bid on his for 25 from Mr. Tony Anderson.
So obviously it's a work in progress, but
Wow.
Whoa.
That's dope, dude.
He's bringing the teeth.
No, actually,
And the
25 is
claws.
for Bill.
so I don't
Mouse.
want it to look like I don't want somebody like, oh, that's a tiger, or that's a lynx, or that's a whatever. So I'm just kind of it's just a beast with more, kind of a feel to it. So what my plan is this one will get the sketch, and then I'll do a copy of it, and then I'll color the copy so we have it as a resource for the book.
There you go.
And since everybody else is throwing a book in there,
It's Christmas.
Do it.
Whoever gets the highest one will get a surprise book. How's that? I'll just do a surprise book.
Okay.
I will grab one of the either the current Ninja Witch campaign or one of the other ones. I'll do a remark on it and put it in there. So.
Ouch!
Oh God!
He's doing a remark.
Holy cow!
Oh man!
And I'll even spell remark properly.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, Mog, let's take a look at yours. We are still looking for a bid on Mog's for, 50? She's doing an Arabian princess.
Yeah, that's two.
And that's
it's a harem.
Oh, you're doing two princesses. Is that
no, they're not princesses.
What are
I
they?
think this one may be her friend or sister.
Okay.
I don't know.
So what are they, just Arabian girls?
I was thinking like Arabian Nights theme, but like a harem set. So they're just lounging, and there's a.
Wait, did Moog say she's on a whole harem? You get a whole harem for one bid. I'm in.
Well, this harem only has two.
Only 20 more to go.
That should be the next Disney movie. Instead of one princess, you get a whole harem. And
oh man, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. The amount of chat you have to listen to as a guy, it's gonna kill
So
you.
much estrogen in one room. I'm glad I just have one woman to deal with.
Yeah, can you girls? I'm sorry, man. Like, you guys, you're gonna have an endless chatter, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also have a couple pieces to show.
Oh no!
I'm not an artist, but sometimes I do color. Sometimes I do draw too. It just kind of depends on if the mood suits me or not. And I've been doing this for, I don't know, like 20 years or so. So here's the first one that I have. And it's a Mog piece that I colored. Okay.
Nice.
Wow, Mel.
Is this Shogun? Is this a Shogun, Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
So that's that. Okay, we're going to start the opening bid on that will be 30. And then the second piece I have, same thing, opening bid is 30, is a Red Sonja piece. Okay. So if you want those, you can put that in the card.
That's a big piece.
Yeah, they're both
I'll do 40
by 14.
Sonja.
They're both 11 by 14.
Oh my.
What's that?
I want to do 40 on the Red Sonja.
Justin wants to do
Mel.
40 on that?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
man, look at that. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Mel, you're so
Sonja.
happy. I'm so happy for you.
It's like it's Christmas.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take center stage a little bit.
Please do.
Here's a cake I made.
Okay.
Lemon. This is a lemon milk cake with a candy apple green mirror glaze. And
Determined to make everybody hungry.
We've all had dinner, right?
No.
But we haven't had dessert.
Oh, dude.
You know, the thing is that I was coloring these pieces, right? And by the time I got done, it was like 5 o'clock, right? And then I go, oh man, I still have to cook, right? So I cooked something up really quick. I had that, and I was kind of like rushing to get all this done and everything. So had a quick dinner, and now I'm ready for some cake.
Oh, are you eating it? Wow.
You should auction off the last bite.
Yeah. Now somebody's asking, is that cake for bid? It's like, yeah.
You know, the thing is that I made this. It's a whole cake, 9-inch cake, and half of it is already gone, and Mog and I are the only ones eating it. So it would, I would have liked to have shared it.
But no.
If you guys are around, you can come by and get a slice, maybe in a good quarter piece of it. I want to thank Mike for that bid on Red Sonja. He just bumped it up to 50. Wow, thank you so much for that. And Tony writes, Mel, do we get a piece of cake with a winning bid of yours? If you want it, I'll shove it in there. I don't know how good it'll be, but I'll put it in a glad bag and everything.
75 Red Sonja.
Yeah.
What's that?
75 Red Sonja.
What?
Holy moly.
Oh man.
Okay. Don't tell me you really want the cake.
No. Mel's getting nervous.
If I get a chance, right? Because I'm not sure where we're staying yet for Emerald City, Justin. But if that place has a kitchen, I'll bake a cake and I'll bring it to the con.
We're gonna have a hotel there instead of driving up every night. So we'll do dinner one night. There's a place called Wild Orchid. It's the top of the line Asian restaurant right there, but it's fantastic.
Oh my!
So we'll do that one night.
Wild Orchid. I wonder if that's the one. Is that the place that we went to? Is it at one of the top floors of the restaurant?
No, it's its own. Wild Orchid's its own building. It's right next to Ben Royal Hall. It's by the Symphony.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to have a reservation or you don't eat.
No ticket.
Wow. Reservation only.
Yeah, Steve. It's hard for me to host the show, color at the same time, so I had to do these before the show. And Stevie B puts a bid on gins for 65. Thank you, Stevie.
So I have a question for just you guys in general, especially to you, Jen. Were you guys like when you started out the art, really just clinically clean? Like clean lines and everything, or did you have to learn it the hard way to get there?
Started out just doing rough lines, and then from there learning how to clean things up because my hands are way too shaky.
Because I think I've never seen such clean lines. So it's like it's beyond human. It's you're talking like clinical here. So I wonder and it's all in pencil too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, paper really has a huge thing. Are you just working on a Bristol like vellum type or paper wise?
What was that?
Paper wise, are you using, what kind of paper are you using right now?
Right now I'm using a Strathmore. It's a smooth Bristol, but I also use Canson sometimes.
Okay, we got a bid on Maud's piece from Mike.
No, Mike. My starting bid is 69. Harem themed, 69. Okay.
Sorry, but we put it out
wrong,
as
buddy.
50, so that's what it's going to be.
Okay. Damn it. I was trying to make a joke, but okay. Yeah.
You and your 69.
I want to say, when you talk about clean lines, when I see Bill McKay stuff, I'm just wondering where the hell the damn robot is drawing that shit.
Yeah.
I see some of your stuff, Bill, and I'm like,
I know.
I'm sitting here, I'm erasing stuff, I'm drawing it. I think my weight's great, and I look at Bill and I'm like, oh, he's a freaking digital guy, and he's not. It's all pencil. I'm like, how do you draw like that? And how
are you talking about my sketches or my cover lines?
Well,
the pencil.
Even the one you're doing now, I just look at it and I think your line work, like your line work for me is just, I absolutely love it. I just love it. I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
I obsess about clean. If somebody can compliment me and they say anything, it's clean is what I like to hear. But on my cover stuff, it's all pencil, but I just develop the pencil as far as I can go, and I don't ink, and I blow it up really big on in Photoshop, and I digitally clean around every line. Like I trim every line to a point on both sides.
Gosh.
And it's tedious. It takes longer than inking, but I just like the end result.
Were you like that early since you started drawing? Were you always like that?
The guys who inspire me are the guys who are clean. Like I loved back when I was a kid, it was Byrne and Austin on X-Men. And it was as much Terry Austin as it was John Byrne. It was just those perfect lines, man. Like every line, it just has a reason, and it's absolutely perfect. And I think I started working digitally and cleaning everything and sharpening every point and cleaning every line and tweaking things because I didn't have the hand to do that inking wise, but digitally, with pencil, I feel completely confident that I can put down what I want in pencil. But as far as translating it to a ready line for colors, doing it digitally is just the way I've done it for the past 8 or 9 years.
So are you also in agreement with Jen when it comes to paper? You mainly use Bristol Smooth? I
am a snob. So yes, I only use Strathmore plate. I don't even use smooth. Smooth is not smooth enough.
My God, plates are like made of 100% cotton.
And I feel like Strathmore is cutting corners, and I feel like I buy plates sometimes and it's smooth. It should be like plastic. Like when I'm building up lines, I don't want the pencil like to me smooth and then vellum. It's like sandpaper with pencil. You put pencil on it and it just takes it off. Whereas I want a slow build. And if I use like a 4H pencil that's super hard and I use it on a super slick surface, when I touch that, I got to really build it to develop that thing. When I touch the pencil to that board, it just doesn't leave all that residue. So I am a slow builder, and I build up and I keep building pencil on top of pencil on top of pencil. And so I would never, I don't even use smooth, and I would never use vellum for what I do. It's just, I want slick.
So,
but I think that's the way how the artists were kind of work that they were expected to do back then, is to put in a clean line work. It made it easier for the inker as well too.
Yeah, so out of high school, the first job I got out of high school was in screen printing. And in screen printing, what was important, you're doing artwork with big, bold lines because you're printing it on fabric. And so, I'm sure the style developed that way, working in screen printing. And also, I rely on so many tricks that are like old-time production tricks. instead of like being totally organic as an artist. And that comes also from using a stat camera back in the day before doing color separation by hand and doing all that stuff before computers were really viable.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember those days making the screens just to be, to do that hand screen printing thing.
Yeah,
I did some of that where I had to create those lines, and they were thick, because you wanted the ink to be able to get in there and stuff. So yeah.
Okay,
so
we
got I had a break in service, and I worked for a company called Majestic Athletics. My dad was there, and I worked in the screen print development company part. So we would have the sheet of paper, and you'd have like a football helmet, and then you would have to take the copy of it. Then you have to make the negative, and you sit there with the damn red pen and fill in all the holes on it, and make the copy of it, and make it in reverse, and then you'd have to color separate and get all your registration lines lined up and everything. So I used to do that too, man. That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that was the pinhole. You would have to fill all the pinholes, and then like the color separation would be depending on how much somebody wanted to spend. It was a 4-color process. So if somebody had a shirt and they, were willing to pay, you had to pay for the black screen for the line work. And then say you wanted to use only red, then you could do red and pink, because you could do a flat red with like a halftone of pink. And depending on how thick the halftone was, it was how pink to red it would be. And then if you use blue also, then you could do purple, but you could do light purple or dark purple, depending on if you laid down a flat blue with a dot of red, or if you laid down a flat red with a dot of blue. So, there's
so much science.
It was tedious. It's ridiculous. Now
you're over there building a flux capacitor.
That's insane.
And forget about trying to line up the screens too when you're doing this by hand.
Oh, so you look at all those old Marvel comics, and the guy who has
so
Wine
many
or whatever,
off-print
he's
colors.
the colorist on the X-Men. But what did he do? He had little inks, and they would give him a sheet of paper, and with his inks, he would color it. Like he'd do like a coloring book, and then he'd give that guy to some schlub in the production department that had to sit and translate that into halftones, flat colors and halftones, and do all that hand separation. So all those pages were done like that by hand, but the colorist didn't actually do it. It was some production guy that had to follow the guide and put it all together.
Yeah, that's why they had the color guides back then.
Back in the days of Rubylith.
I remember Jason Jensen in when Lady Death first came out in the 90s. He hand colored every page with watercolor and markers.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were still kind of like doing that.
Wow.
Back then, a lot of
watercolor
hand coloring, and they were using like actual those toxic markers. So they would like constantly have to try to be in an area where it could like get aired out, or else they start feeling dizzy. So they would like work a couple hours,
markers.
Go outside.
Chart pack.
The chart pack ones, yeah. You can get high on those chart pack freaking markers.
Yeah. But then you got a deadline. What do you do?
Well, once they find you in the alley with all those markers, they bring you inside and finish the job.
Wow. Hey, Dad, somebody wants to spit on your cat. Is that okay?
He got injured. His mouth got injured over the weekend. He got out and got on some mischief, so we had to take him to the vet. So I'm kind of cat sitting right now. Barry give him some drugs and dope him up so I can knock out for the night. Maybe if I had markers.
Wow. Okay, so we've got some pretty good action. The red, my red Sony still has 75 from Justin. Mog, your piece is at 69 from Ilya. So you got your 69
really?
there.
Yes. Thank you.
Bill McKay's Nira is holding at 40 with Jessica, and Bill Mouse's Kim is also holding at 25 with Tony, and Tony has another 25 with Justin's Glancer. Wow, those are some great deals right there. Dan, you also got a bid on yours from Stevie B, and cool. Jen, yours is holding at 70. Okay, so if you guys want to bid on that, we are taking bids of $5 or more on those.
I am not
one to be right back. All right, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch. Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds, a promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming dead by sleep.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget to hit that follow button. And if you haven't yet, if you want to qualify for the giveaways, that we've got 9 of them tonight to do, put in #EXP SketchUp, and that will get you qualified in there. And so let's go ahead and do a round of reviews here with everyone. Let's start with you, Jen. You currently have a bid of $70 from Mike. And there we go. Got that really nice worked up there. Okay. Dan, you got a bid from Stevie B for 20. Show that piece one more time here. The Daredevil.
I think Stevie B was the one that bought my Tank Girl. Back
I think so. I remember that too.
Awesome.
Right. So you'll be getting that. And what were you throwing in the deal there?
So I was going to throw in Daredevil. I'm doing a sketch of my characters from the Devil's Contract. Mm-hmm. And, for Stevie, I'm going to throw in some copies of the book too.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you hear that, Stevie? If you remain the high bidder on that book, on that drawing, you'll get the book as well. And then Justin Hunt is working on a new character for a new book that he's working on called. This character is called Glancer, and that has a current bid of 25. And this is looking pretty badass. Right?
I love tigers. Yes.
Looks good, man.
There you go.
Yes. Are you a tiger ear?
What's that?
Are you a tiger ear?
Am I a tiger ear?
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know.
When I'm done with this one, Moog, I'm gonna have you draw him a harem.
All right.
I shall.
Bill, your high bid just got increased to 55.
The speed limit.
And let's take a look at what you have so far.
Which Bill?
Bill Mouse. Sorry.
Oh, the speed limit.
Oh, that just went up to 60.
Awesome. Yep, this is getting thrown into the same package. So
Okay,
Is
there
that
you
like
go.
I was drawing with a red pencil, so I'm just like, wait a minute, red sign. That's a great idea.
And
Looks like a
Tony
red
Anderson just
concrete.
placed a bid on yours for 60, so you're up to 60 now.
Sweet. Thanks so much, guys.
There you go. And that's a pretty, look at that. You're getting 2 sketches and 2 books for that price. That's still a really wonderful deal.
And the original artwork from the
And the
Christmas
original.
card.
Oh,
What?
I know. I keep on taking her off the screen just because she doesn't fit.
Oh my gosh.
And Ken takes that back to 65 for you, Bill.
I appreciate it so much. Thanks so much.
All right, Bill McKay. Let's see what you got there.
Mr. Clinic.
It's getting there.
Wow.
Looking good.
But I'm not
very
one to
good.
be outdone. So you get the books also, and
Yeah, this
who
is
doesn't
another
need
sweet
a
deal.
Kim the Delusional air freshener?
That's what I'm talking about.
Air refresher.
It's citrus flavored, by the way. That gets thrown in also.
How can we just get everybody who's on tonight's show gets a free air freshener? Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to need it.
I have an air freshener too, but I'm not including it in my package. This is mine.
What? For real?
It's my air freshener.
It's expired?
No, this is brand new. I just got this from Bill's Kickstarter.
Oh, you aren't joking. Oh, shit.
No, I wasn't joking.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
hey, there it is. Yeah, that's what they are. They're leftovers from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, sure. I support my
Oh,
bro,
Bill,
but at the
thanks
same
so
time,
much, man.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, it's
Wow.
like the book came out so good, man. The book came out
Thank
so
you
good.
very, very much.
Yeah.
All right, Mog, let's take yours. Yours has a current bid of 69 from Ilya.
Really? Thank you. There's
Okay,
even
so
a
you
cat.
got a little more on there.
So there's 3. It's a threesome. Sorry, I didn't mean that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, so she's got 3 in the harem right now. That has a bid of 69 from Ilya. Okay. And then My Red Sonia has a bid of 75 from Justin. That's holding there. You can see that.
Yeah, it's so nice, dude.
Cool. And then we are still looking for a bid for Mr. Freeze. We're looking for an opening bid of 30 on that. And Tony Anderson just placed a bid of $70 on Bill Mouse. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A little bid war happening there.
Excellent. This is my Christmas package. Well, okay, that didn't sound right. But I'm just saying.
Nobody was thinking bad until you said that.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. Because I'm a little bit of a dumbass and I said that, I'll also include a Venom sketch.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody's going to get a good Christmas box.
You know, like when you guys, Bill and Jin, when you guys talking about, just clean art, Justin, was it? I'm sure it wasn't just me. Did you feel dirty? Like I felt really dirty. Like my drawing is super dirty compared to that. I don't know.
Mine's a sketch. So sketches can be messy. But I think that.
But you know what? Even Justin, your drawing is super tight. So.
Bill's
when I talk about clean, the paper at the end is filthy. It's like I build up the lines, but the board is gray, completely gray, because in the end the lines are clean, but there's just so much buildup of pencil on there that the board is actually in terrible shape.
And
do you wear like a glove?
Just up the bid on
No.
Mouse to 80.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Bailey writes, I want to know if anyone has ever spilled anything on their art while drawing. I know one of you have, and I have the proof. Ooh.
Yeah, who did that?
Somebody.
Who's that?
Who has not done that? I think
Yeah.
that might be a better question.
That is a good question. Yeah.
stuff on their artwork.
I've been watching a lot of artists lately use coffee and tea.
That's common.
Almost like for some of their comic art.
Mhm.
Pretty cool.
We should know better, but still yet we do it. Same thing with having liquids by a computer. You don't want to do that.
I don't think anybody here actually spilled anything on their drawings. No one's
Yeah,
My
spilled
husband
coffee on
has.
my art. Never on a computer though.
Good one, Bill. All right. They're saying that they have, Mog.
Oh, they have.
Yeah,
I
there's
spilled
not many artists
on
I know.
I spilled on a piece and Haley has it.
Yeah.
Oh.
She still took it from you, huh?
Okay, let's not take it there. So yeah.
Oh.
Nothing. Okay, so.
Okay, yeah. Well, these guys are taking it there ever since Bill, said that thing about his Christmas.
I know.
package.
Jeez, thanks, Bill. Jesus. Wow.
Oh man.
I
Now
made
want
a
to bring up
big
tea
faux
bags.
pas.
That's a good one, Ilya. He says that's called toning the art.
Yeah.
And then Haley writes, and I treasured that piece. That has coffee on it so much.
But you know what? I think what I do is, I'm sure everybody does this. When I spill something and it's, say, even a red color, like a dot goes bam in the middle, I'm thinking, okay, I'll just make it part of the art and just work around it that way. So.
Oh yeah. that's always the
BBB
best
Hardcore
thing.
Comics, all you have to do is you place the bid in the comments. Just state your bid and whose art you want to bid on or what the piece is, and then we'll get it in there for you.
No, you had
I'll
to
throw
have
in
had
a copy of.
markers bleed
I was
out.
gonna- Sorry, I was gonna say I'll throw in a copy of my sketchbook for anybody that bids on this one.
Ouch.
Damn.
There you go. Books are flying out tonight. That's the way how to do a Christmas too. Thank you guys for doing all that, because it does help the show. So appreciate that. All right, yeah, you can see the bids in the ticker.
Oh, thank you. That's, yeah.
It needs to get updated, but yeah, it's. I'm keeping tabs on it too, and we always try to verify. And Haley puts a bid of 30 on Justin. Is that right? Let's see.
And Mr. McKay, since we have you in front of everybody, Ninja Witch Book 4, can I get you for a cover?
There you go.
It's in the end of it's not till summer fall. Just say maybe, and we'll go from there.
Maybe.
All right.
I'd have to look at it. I really would have to see if there's something that I could deliver on.
Yeah, I'll send you some digitals of the first two books.
Yeah, let's
You decide you wanna
definitely
be part
talk afterward.
Figured I got you here. If you don't ask, it's always a no.
I start on I've taken on very little. I spent so much time doing interiors last year, and I start in first week of January working on issue 2 of my book. And yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. I have to figure it out.
Yeah.
The bid on Mog's piece, BBB, is 75 currently. So we are accepting bids on that for.
It's not 69.
No, Mike W put a bid in of 75 on that piece. He bumped it off. He bumped it off to 69.
Well, it was a good start. Yeah.
And trying to update some of the information here, so forgive me a moment.
Bill McKay.
Yeah.
Remember how you were saying that you were? Was it you? Because I'm looking down, so I can't really quite distinguish it. So sorry if I'm wrong. When you said you were younger, you did comics in 1 month. Was that you, Bill McKay?
No, that was Bill Miles.
Sorry, yeah.
That was me.
Okay. And you said now it's you got you're slowing down and then just concentrating more on quality.
On quality, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
quality, right?
yeah, it's like I mean, luckily the scales kind of balance out because you know the market decides what you're worth as far as like your page rates and things like that. So I'm able to charge more for my work, but it is much better work and people like it better. And I just I can't see myself drawing 4 books a month at this quality with this much detail and this much work. But back then, oh my God, yeah, I was burning through books. And then it was Parody Press that I was working for first, as far as we did parodies for like probably almost a decade. And every single month it was the situation of staying on top of what was the hottest thing that was going to come out, what was not only the hottest thing, but what was the thing that I was actually a fan of, because I couldn't really do a proper parody of something that I wasn't familiar with, you know?
Yeah.
And plus I wouldn't be excited about it. It wouldn't be fun. So I was parodying books that I loved or that I liked and that I knew about them. And then sometimes we were coming out with the parodies almost at the same time that they were coming out with like their number 1 issues. So I was like predicting what they were going to be about. I was predicting what the artists were thinking about, or sometimes we make the parody just about something else. Just happen to be starring those characters and make it kind of a fourth wall situation. So it was a learning experience. I mean, if ever there was a boot camp for somebody who just jumped into comics with both feet right out of college, that would be it, you know?
So I was thinking, because it seems like you ended up going just really the deadline and everything, and you had to draw so much so fast. Didn't you, in a way, benefit? So you exponentially grew. Did you see actual growth?
Oh, I saw, yeah, for sure. And one of the reasons I saw growth wasn't that it wasn't just the pilot hours, which everybody needs. I mean, you have to put in a certain amount of pilot hours. No matter how good you think you are, you have to do it for a certain amount of time. You have to go through the mill, so to speak. But the other thing that was helping me out too is we were doing shows constantly. So I got feedback immediately from people, whether they liked it or didn't. What was it that they liked? What did they not like? I got feedback from other professionals because I was parodying their books. So they would pop up in my life when I was at shows, and it's just like, you're that Bill guy.
Did you saw them like balls shrivel up when they came up like that, and like, oh shit, like?
Oh, sometimes it would fall off and roll away.
Yeah. I mean, if I had balls, I think mine would shrivel up in an instant. I'm sorry.
Actually, one of the last moments of closure, I in the last 10 years, 15 years or so, was from Eric Larson, because I did a parody of Savage Dragon. We called it the Sewage Dragoon, or we had a name for it. It was funny and it was fun. But I always heard back then that he was quite angry that we made money, off of his book, off of his character. So I was always afraid to approach him, at a show or talk to him or anything like that. So it was like 10 years ago. It was something like that. It was sometime in this realm of consciousness. We're connected through Facebook. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just it's been a long time. Let me just ask him. Let me just talk to him. Yeah. And I did, and I asked him, and he's just like, no, that was great. No, it's fine. It was like, I actually got his blessing, I was like, awesome. He's not going to, have somebody come out and whack me.
But that's so cool.
But the fact that I was scared all those years, and it was basically, hearsay, it's like, it's not like I know all the big top guys. I'm over here making fun of them in my little corner, in my little universe over here. So it was a good experience all the way around, and I got to meet all the a lot of people because of that. Plus going to shows. I mean, you realize this, and I think we all realize it here doing conventions. It's almost like going to high school in a way. You see the same people in the hallway enough times that it's like you give each other head nods after a while. It's just all right, it's that guy. I've seen him. He's part of this, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice to get recognition from the jocks when I was just a nerd, that kind of situation, I guess.
So that's kind of awesome, because you said that some of these guys would actually come to you and they give you like feedback on it, and then you learn even more, right?
Yeah, well, I definitely learned more, and I learned I learned a lot about how to present, or how far to push the boundary. You know, because when I do my parodies, I'm not making fun of them in a malicious way. I'm doing parodies in a way that's like, I love this property and I'm having fun with the property, but I'm not over here in a corner like saying, you know, like hateful things, like trying to bring it down or tear it down. That sort of situation. So I think that was appreciated. They knew that I was a fan before they saw that I was actually writing those kinds of stories. So I think that was good. I mean, that's always a situation that I want to find myself anyway. It's like, I'm in this community and I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be this person that comes in and disrupts and, you know, like I'm the asshole in the room. You know, it's like, that's not the person I want to be. I want to be someone who's, you know, like, I want to get along with everybody. These are like-minded people that enjoy doing the same things that I enjoy doing. We enjoy art. We enjoy comics. We enjoy telling stories. We enjoy creating characters. And it's very meaningful to me to be a part of a group of people that's like-minded in that way, you know?
Yeah. I'm also thinking, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I think that's like a fear that everybody has. They're afraid to approach you because, you know, you've got a name and you're up there in popularity. What they don't realize, and this has been a majority of my experience, is that everybody that's out there, no matter what they're doing, they're writing, creating, drawing, art, they're willing to help. They're willing to give you like good advice. They don't mind that at all. It's just having, I guess, the balls enough to go up there and ask at the appropriate time, of course.
There's a time and a place. I mean, unsolicited critiques, nobody likes that. That's not a situation that you can really justify or get behind, because that pisses off everybody. That pisses me off. You know, it's like, hey, you know what you're doing wrong, and it's like, who asked you? I'm over here having a sandwich behind my table.
Not a good time.
I'm trying to sell a sketch card to this person over here. Can you back off?
Right.
You know, one of those things.
But there are those people.
If you're reaching out and you know, like I think one of the most positive you know, meeting an artist experiences that I had together with my daughter was San Diego Comic-Con. We sat next to Brandon Peterson, and he's a friend now. He's you know, we've known each other for a long time, and he's such a great guy. But he was teaching my daughter Kat how to watercolor, you know, how to do this, because we were sitting next to each other, and we just became good neighbors, and then we became friends. And because I'm horrible with names and I'm built for pictures, you know, it's like if once I see it, I'm just like, oh, that's who you are. And I had that situation with him. I'm just like, he drew a couple of things that I collected that I was like, oh, wait a minute, you did that. And I was friends with him already when I realized that. So it was a very, very strange backwards way of, but and then the kind of critiques that he would give her. And then she actually learned more about painting than I knew. And then she was the one that was teaching me the stuff that he taught her. You know, it's like one of those kind of things, you know, because I'm not necessarily a painter. I'm a cartoonist at heart. That's really the basis of everything that I do. I'm a cartoonist, and then the comic book art is a branch of my cartooning.
I think it's really important, like listening to what you just said, that a good artist, you know, is somebody who is willing to learn always and is open. So in a way, you were kind of hard on yourself saying that you had an ego or something when you were young because you didn't know any better. But I think you actually had a pretty healthy maybe ego, because then you wouldn't have learned so much so fast like that. And even till this day, you know.
being an artist is 100% journey. I don't think there's ever a destination. That's one thing I've certainly learned. There's always something to learn. And even if I knew how to do something back then, I've been penciling and inking a certain way now that I've probably forgotten how to do whatever it is I learned how to do back then. I need to relearn it and do it better. But that's the beauty of art. I mean, there's so many different ways to approach, the expression.
Do you guys like art because it's constantly like you can grow or shrink or whatever? It's a learning experience. Is that why you guys like it? I don't know.
Anybody? I've been talking for a while.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do. It's what I did as a kid to entertain myself, and it's what I do as an adult, luckily enough.
The same here, right? It's like
to pay the bills and to entertain myself.
That's how I always made friends in school, was drawing,
Yeah, I was a terrible student. I would draw all day instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Oh my God. We're two Bills, but we're the same Bill.
I like art because I'm a bibliophile. I love to read, and for me, it's a way to create other worlds, whether it's drawing or seeing how other people do it. I started off doing professional paintings for the NFL, sort of realistic paintings and stuff, and then Marvel asked me to do a piece, and that's how I got into it. But for me, I get to create. Like I suck at writing words out. So, you read these Terry Brooks books, and you'd read Tolkien, and you'd read these, Philip Dick and all these other great stories. And that's how I expressed it. Like in school, instead of doing book reports, I would draw it and stuff. And then for me, it's just, I get to see other how they interpret the world and how they view stuff and how they see it. And for me, it's just, it sounds cliche, but it taps into everybody's humanity. So when you see how people draw, what they put into it, it's a representation of them. And it really gets you to understand people. I mean, that's why I like art.
All right, so we're going to need to take a break soon, but let's do a quick round and see where everybody is at. Let's start with me, and just for Amy, because she requested to see the Red Sonja one more time. So that has a current bid of $80 from Mike Wesolowski, and my Mr. Freeze is still waiting for a bid of $30 on that. Okay, and then on Mog Parks, we do have a bid of $100 from BB Hardcore Comics.
So
Arabian Princess Harem there. Okay, look at that. Nira has a bid of $60 from Jessica. If we can take a look at that bill, okay.
Oh,
there you go. Coming out very nicely, getting a nice tone and color.
Bill, you're so clinical.
And then Bill Mouse.
Yes.
He's working on his delusional. Kim got a nice prize package there as well. That is standing at $85 with Tony Anderson.
my Christmas Price is Right package.
I think that's like, go up as well.
Look.
All right, and then Justin has his did go up to $45 from.
Mr. Tiger.
It's got to be your number one fan out there is Haley Anderson, because she's always there. Oh, that's coming out really sweet now. Look at that.
That's dope.
Okay.
So interesting. Haley's a really good fan, but she's also a good friend. But I actually have a guy. We did an insurance claim. He's got over $35,000 worth of my art, and he's bought it all in the last 4 years. So,
wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Wow, that's really cool.
It's kind of nice. So
okay, and then let's see who's Dan. Let's get a look at yours there. There you go. You're getting that package deal.
Well, can I get? Oh, that's the Devils. That's a group shot.
Yeah, group shot of the characters
from his Devils contract. And Justin just got a bid of $60 from Ilya.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got that, Ilya. It's 60, not 60K. Would have been nice. And Jen, you've also got a bid of $100 from Ilya.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay. All right. So we'll be right back. Don't forget to put in #EXP SketchUp because we're going to be doing that drawing in the next round. All right. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rock and Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hit that follow button if you haven't hit that yet, and you still got time to put in #EXP SketchUp because we're going to be doing those giveaways in a few moments. I want to go to this comment here. Ken Sizer, who writes, Ilya, very true. He has an anime style that he uses for parody at times, and then sometimes he goes Liefeld for something more serious. And they're talking about Bill Mouse, I believe. No, Bill McKay, right? That's
nope, they're talking about me, man.
Yeah, there you go.
They're talking about the mouse.
They're talking about his different styles that he can switch on and off there. Going Liefeld and
there you go. I'll even show you something that's a different style. It's something I did for.
Oh, that is different. Yeah.
It reminds me of Gon, my favorite manga, Gon.
Oh, Gon! I love Gon. Yeah.
You know Gon? Yes.
Yeah, I know Gon. Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my favorite dinosaur.
That was a good book. No words.
That's a great,
fantastic book.
Love that book.
Yeah.
But I'll actually include this in my Christmas package.
What the hell?
I'm telling you, man, it's Christmas time. Actually, I had these all picked out ahead of time. I knew that these were all gonna maybe be part of the Christmas package. So.
And you just keeping it up there.
I know. And see, there's my signature little trademark mouse right in the middle there. I don't know how he breathes underwater, but okay.
So clean.
Yeah, I did this. I did this a while back for a T-shirt company. Mm-hmm. I think it was either going to be like on a T-shirt or on boards. It was one of those kind of things where it could end up anywhere.
Trying to make me feel dirty. Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, you know, Mog.
There was a lot of pencil all over this. It took me forever to erase it.
And Bill, Ilya just placed a bid on yours for 100.
Oh, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Okay,
it's an awesome deal, dude.
And you keep like upping it there. Okay, you know, Mog. Everybody's throwing in a book with their artwork. We're the only ones that haven't.
I know.
So, but I have no idea what we can definitely do that, and we will do that. we're just not in a position where I can go ahead and check my inventory to see like what we can throw in there. But all the artwork that Mog and I have put up, you will get a free book with that as well. Okay. And Tony Anderson is putting it in for 105 on Bill Mouse. So that just got up there.
Hey.
Awesome sauce.
Look at that.
In the spirit of Bill Mouse and being Christmas, I'm going to add to mine. And if they've already got it, they're going to get 2. But I'm going to throw in my art book.
Nice.
And I'll do a remark. And
Sweet. That looks great.
That's a
thank you.
sweet
And just
deal.
let you guys know, like when I said I did the paintings, like
that's what they got. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, those are dope, dude.
So I did
That's
the
awesome.
painting when Charles Woodson retired. The Raiders had me do a painting for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What was your media of choice for those big paintings?
Acrylic and gouache.
Acrylic and gouache. That's pretty awesome.
All right.
Was it
So
all
you
like
saw that. So
remember
Justin Hunt
mentioning-
just upped it. So if you want to bid on his, we are looking for a bid of $70 or more. And Ilya just upped it for the mouse package to $125. That's going to a bid war
You're
right
awesome.
there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys, for that. Okay.
Do you still?
And if you guys really want a piece of this cake, I will throw it in.
No, it's gonna come squished.
But you're gonna have to eat that at your own risk.
It'll be stodgy. It'll become stodgy by then.
You're gonna get like a little tiny Tupperware for the last bite.
We'll trivet.
All right, 8. Yeah, so like I said, we got like 9 giveaways that we're doing today. So JD, we can review those. And if you haven't yet, put in #EXP SketchUp, and that'll get you in there. All right, so first up, we're going to do this Wolverine calendar. I know it's old, it's outdated, but man, it's a Joe Kubert piece of art. Okay, so how can you put that to rest? Right? All right, and then we got a Warlands poster there as well. That's the number 2 giveaway. We got the Death poster. You don't see these anymore. Okay, and Ghost in the Shell.
Wow.
Poster, and then this is a metal print actually. It's 11 by 17. Okay, so we're going to be giving that away as well.
That's by Linsner.
Yes,
Linsner?
yes,
Wow.
that was Listener. Okay, and that piece too. You don't see that out there either. And the mini mates of Spider-Man and the Green Goblin there. Okay, we'll give that away. And this is the one that I was talking about. This is Mog's cover for Penny for Your Soul, issue number 7 from BDI Comics.
Sweet.
We'll be giving that away as well.
I recognize those colors.
Yeah, yeah, you do. And here we have the Pocket Superheroes of Aquaman and Black Manta. We'll be giving that away as well. All right, and we got some bids I need to catch up on. Mike went to 110 on Jin's Van Helsing.
Thank you.
And let me see what else we got.
Worth
here. Tony Anderson went to 130 on Bill Mouse.
Awesome.
Totally
Thanks, Tony.
worth it.
Merry Christmas.
This is like the Scrooge story, but absolute opposite of Scrooge. So yeah.
Hey Mel, so you showed the Ghost in the Shell when we were watching Godzilla yesterday. They were showing that they're going to re-release Ghost in the Shell and a bunch of other ones to theaters in January.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
2 days only.
The anime, the actual
Yeah.
anime.
That might be
Yeah.
pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
it's like 12 days or 11 days. And each day they're releasing one more of his shows each time. So, and it popped up and I was like, holy shit, Ghost in the Shell. And Amy was like, the what? And I almost divorced her.
It's like, how dare you?
Yeah, like that would be incredible because when we first saw it, we saw it in like maybe a video format, but to imagine being able to see it in a huge screen. Wow.
Yeah, to see it big like that, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I haven't seen. Even when I initially watched it, I didn't see it on a big screen.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be great to see that.
But honestly,
Right.
I didn't understand the story when I first saw it. It was just so, I don't know, abstract. But
It is,
the older
yeah.
I got, I understood it. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you guys? Did you guys understand right away?
What she meant to say was the thicker her toenails got, the more she understood it.
Oh my God! How did you know? Jesus, you're a
Contains
genius.
all the wisdom.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. Also, it made me kind of pissed off. Why is my toenails getting stronger as we get older? Like, what? Why can't we get stronger in other body parts? You know, that sucks. Only my toenails get stronger. Jesus.
You have to let
It's
them
not
grow out like
fair.
a couple inches, because then you can use them as like weapons.
As Justin covers his eyes.
Sounds like a new comic story.
I think Steve Vendetta, he said, he uses his like a bullet already, so.
Mo's feet are like X-23 claws.
Yeah. It's coming from my toenails, right?
Yeah, if you're
And
wearing sandals.
my superpower becomes stronger as I get older. That's amazing, right? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to bids right now. Okay, so my Red Sonja has $80 from Mike W. $30 on Mr. Freeze from Tony Anderson. And your Arabian Nights is holding at $100 a Mog from BBB Hardcore Comics.
Thank you.
And Bill McKay has $70 from Jessica Lowry. Bill Mouse has $130 from Tony Anderson. And Tony Anderson also has $65 on Justin's Glancer. Stevie B has holding true on Dan's $20 for the Devil's contract and the Daredevil. And Ilya has $125 on Jin's Van Helsing. So thank you guys very much for that. There's still time to go ahead and place your bids. Put those into the comments. And while you're doing that, we're going to start doing the giveaways.
Wow.
Get ready for that here. And we will do those in that order, JD. So first up is going to be the Wolverine calendar poster. Roll it.
Wow. That's
Where she
cool.
stops, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Steve, boy, this guy wins like every week.
Steve.
Steve Vendetta gets the Wolverine poster. Okay.
Congratulations, bub.
Thank you, Steve, for coming on the show, being here with us on this Merry Christmas night, 4 days away from Christmas. Warlands poster is next. Dun, 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 dun. Don't forget to fill in that form that JD will bring back on there. Holt Slack gets that
Good,
one.
Holt.
Congrats,
Way
Holt.
to go, Holt.
All right, we're going to do the death poster now. It's Christmas.
Ilya, you won something. Yes.
Always great to have Ilya. He's a great supporter of the show. Love having him here. Next, the Ghost in a Shell poster.
Oh, I like the poster.
Stevie B.
What? Stevie! Congrats!
I've been telling them that after every break, Nick, hit that follow button.
What's
It's
up,
always
Nick?
great to have Nick on the show as well. Be sure to check out his show, the original art show on Fridays. Kenneth Bird wins the Dawn medal. Okay.
Oh, not the ghost. Sorry. You want the
The
dog?
ghost was already given away to Stevie B.
Oh,
And now for the
sure,
mini
sorry.
meets of Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Mike.
Mike.
Cuevas. And don't forget, guys, fill out that form that JD will put on there if you are a winner or you get the winning bid. So that way we know we have your information and we're like where to send it to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Penny for Your Soul, number 7. Covered by Mog, Park, and Sanju. And the wheel is spinning. Mike
Wazowski.
Win something.
Congrats. Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay, now we're doing the Pocket Superheroes, Aquaman and Black Manta. Dun, dun, dun. BB Hardcore Comics wins this.
BB.
Thank you very much for coming in. And last but not least is this Transformer poster. Now, this is larger than a regular poster. I forget what the size was, but you're getting a really good size one if you win this one. All right, let's roll it, JD. And for the last giveaway, Tony Anderson wins
Tony! That's an awesome Transformers. That's the classic,
that
right?
Is.
Yeah.
Yep. And let's see, the bid we got one. The new bid that we have now is 140 on Bill Mouse.
Thank you.
Climbing up the stack.
Awesome.
You know that red pencil you're using? Is that a Conti? Or is it actually a pencil?
Oh, it's just a regular color pencil.
Interesting.
Yeah, for some reason, like drawing with color pencil, like the however hard I press down on the paper that my hand is used to, it responds much better for me than drawing with a regular pencil.
I think I started using the hard pencil in building because I could never get used to the red or the blue pencil. It never felt comfortable for me.
Yeah, these are like those color pencils that you get from Walmart. These are the kids use these. I only buy the expensive color pencils for like specific colors, like for black and white, sometimes yellow, orange. But the real cheap dollar color pencils is like all the other colors tend to, for what I use them for, they tend to work out really well.
Yeah, and I've always said that, it doesn't have to be quality in order for it to be used. If you understand the characteristics of it, you can find like some use for it that can give you the kind of effect that it has. So, yeah, and so like when people come to us, what should I buy? Well, if you're just starting out, just start with what you can afford. You don't have to
exactly.
get the best stuff
never
out
know.
there. Yeah,
exactly.
The best stuff out there is not what's going to make you good.
Actually, it does, but yeah. Because I understand.
You learn more, but
I think it was Bill McKay who said that with him and his plates. I understand exactly what he means. It really does. It does make a huge difference.
Okay, well, we got about 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna go. And while we're doing this, you guys can still place a bid. We just got a recent bid of 150 on Bill Mouse, so that's where that one stands at the moment. But let's go around and just give us some of your details here, like where they can find you and what you're doing, working on now. Let's start with Justin.
Okay, so I can be found on Instagram. I made it really hard for everybody. It's Art of Justin Hunt. It's right here.
That's so hard to remember. Jesus.
And then also, if you find Mythos Comics Group, and on the web, it's the Mythos Comics Group. I am currently working on the Ninja Witch Book 2, Ruby's Raiders, which has the updated Lancer.
There you go.
And I have a crossover. Well, Mythos has a crossover with Four Color Fiends, and we're doing a Ninja Witch and Good Boy crossover for the spring. And then we have a 18-inch 1/4 scale statues coming out. We are re-envisioning classic fairy tale characters. So we have the first one is a goth style of Snow White. So that's what we got.
Wow.
Okay, Dan, let's go to you.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Mind Grind Studios. And I'm currently I'm finishing up the 4th issue of The Devil's Contract. And then I'm going to jump off that. And I have another book called Mr. Love. It's a one-shot. And then when that's done, I'll get back on the 5th issue of The Devil's Contract. So that's what's going on right now.
All right. And Miss Jen Leonard.
I have got a piece that's on the Kickstarter with Zenoscope. They're Van Helsing. They're actually offering Pink Nightmare print. I've also got tomorrow a really fun piece, speaking of Sanju. Been teamed up with him quite a bit lately, and I've got a piece coming out with Tuxedo Tigers tomorrow.
Okay.
And I've got another one through Comic Cave coming out sometime shortly after that.
Okay. All right, Mr. Bill McKay.
Oh, you can find me on Facebook, Bill McKay, .92, I think. Also, there's a fan group, Bill McKay Art Fanatics, where we can show nudity. If you go to that and send a request, we'll accept you. My online store is Bill McKay at bigcartel.com. That's where I do most of my sales. I am jumping back into my book, Kim, issue number 2. I'm starting to work on that in the beginning of the month, and I expect to work on that through most of the spring and summer. And that'll launch in the fall of 2024. And it's going to be bigger, badder, and the cover lineup is pretty insane. And I will be at MegaCon in the first week of February.
Yeah.
Which is it's 2 years in a row. It's my best show of the year, and so I'm going big for that. There will be a Kim exclusive for that, and a couple other exclusives that I can't say for sure right now, but I know for sure, and that's kind of it.
Cool. Yeah, we love MegaCon, and I think it's been like 3 years now since we've been back there, but hoping that maybe next year we'll be able to go. Hoping too that they put it back into May instead of January, February.
That's beautiful.
Very nice.
Speaking of Sanju.
There you go. Okay.
And speaking of Sanju.
Nice.
So going heavy on Kim. I've been working on Zombie Tramp for years, and now I have my own property. I'm continuing to work on Zombie Tramp, but Kim is where my future is.
Right. All right, Mr. Bill Mouse.
Yes. You can find me at on Facebook at Bill Mouse Art, one word. You can find me on Facebook. That's where I usually I'm more active on Facebook than anywhere else. But you can also see links and whatever at billmouse.com. We've got 2 Kickstarters that are starting the year for next year. We got one for Zen Intergalactic Ninja. It's called Zen Bounty Wars. It's being written by Steve Stern. He's the co-creator, and it's being published with First Comics. That's Zen's publisher. And we also have a new Kickstarter for Nira X Cyber Angel. It's called Dark Seas, and it's issue number 2. So January and February, I'm not sure which one is which, but I'll post those links on my Facebook page. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, and I'll talk for Mog. She has War Angels Kickstarter cover that she did. That'll be launching I think January 10th, and then look for Spectrus and Sabanian and Snowplow. Those will be coming out very shortly in the first quarter of next year, and plus other things that we can't say yet. Right? And you can find her at on Facebook at Mog Park or Art to Mog Park. All right, so I'm going to go over a quick review here. We just got a current bid of $165 for Bill Mouse.
Yes.
Thanks.
Ilya. Okay, and let me just get that in here. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight and making this a very special night. All right, so we have Red Sonja, $80 from Mike Wesolowski. Mr. Freeze, $30 from Tony Anderson. Arabian Princess is at $110 from Mike Wesolowski. Stevie B has got $75 on the Bill McKay package. And Bill Mouse once it just went to 170.
The Mouse Christmas package. Hey, thanks, Tony.
From Tony Anderson. Thank you very much for that. Justin, you've got also from Tony $65 on your package deal there.
Awesome.
And we have Stevie B. Oh yeah, it's got the $20 on Dan's contract there. And he also has $135 on Jin's Van Helsing. And we're going to take this as the last bid here from Ilya, who bumps the mouse package to $180. Okay.
Hey, thanks so much.
Nice little more there going on.
Awesome.
All right, I want to thank everybody. We're
friend.
out of time. I'm so sorry. I hope I don't get in trouble. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. We loved it. We had a good time. We're definitely going to do this again. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.